Good morning, humans. So, pretty much ready to roll. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. Just finishing up my coffee. Filled what needed to be filled, emptied what needed to be emptied, and ready to go. So, it's a big hike day. Big hike day, over 5,000 feet of elevation if I get through it all. Marcy, Peak, Skylight, and Gray Mountain, 3 peaks. Yeah, over 5,000 feet of elevation, I don't know, like 17, 18 miles for the loop, something like that, maybe a little less. So, it's actually like 14 hours till sundown, but it'll be dark before that. So, definitely want to take my time, pace myself properly. I think 12 hours is plenty to get it done. But yeah, I don't want to gas myself out. Sometimes I just go too fast and pay the price for it. All right, humans, I will see you out there. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but this is a loop trail I'm doing today. And I had 2 options. Well, like any loop, you got clockwise and counterclockwise. So if I'd have gone clockwise, it starts out going up Marcy, and I could get to the top of Marcy, and I could say, I'm tired, I don't want to do anymore, and just turn around and head back. I could finish the loop and skip Skylight and Gray, but most likely if I was gassed at the top of Marcy, I would just turn around. This way, going counterclockwise, takes me to Gray and Skylight. Kind of forces me to at least start those. Really would like to have Marcy done and out of the way, so maybe I do one of the 2 and then go do Marcy if I'm not feeling great. Come back for the other one another time. But this kind of puts Gray and Skylight right in my path. Really, it's more likely I do them if I'm already headed that way. So yeah, that's what it is. It's a loop, and I'm going counterclockwise to torture myself, or to give myself less of an opportunity to wuss out and bail. All right, we'll see what happens. It is a little bit wet and muddy in spots up here, but man, is it gorgeous. Got to this little spot here. Looks like this might have got tore up a bit with all this year's rain. Bit of a slide. Messy. Alright, so that is where the trail used to go up. And you see it's all washed in. It's all mud and trees that wash down off the mountain going up that way. I'm not sure when this one happened, but I'm guessing fairly recently, and it's certainly been the summer for it. probably don't get through this one dry. It's like maybe I missed my turn. Let's backtrack a little. So I believe this is the famous floating log section of the trail out here. Once again, and I knew it was out here. I didn't know exactly where. And I'm saying it's the famous floating log trail just based on what I'm looking at, but until I get back to the house and verify it, I just assume I'm right. I don't know if there's a good way, bad way. Maybe the way changes constantly is a lot of these logs aren't really secure. Maybe it's constantly moving about. I guess I'm just picking the way that keeps me from being knee deep in muck. Wet feet are part of it, but does not mean I have to be soaked in mud or have mud knickers the rest of the hike. Got a long day yet. Look at that. Does the camera pick that up? That's pretty cool. Incidentally, when you hike in the morning and you collect spider webs, that's called silver blazing. And because I'm so tall, I tend to get all the higher up spider webs that the little shorter people don't get for me. If people would skip through these trails, maybe they'd collect a few more. Alright, well, I don't know. I guess that's it for the floating log section. You know, I almost just bit it right there. Yeah, okay, that wasn't too bad. Pretty dry. We'll see. Maybe that wasn't even really it. Maybe there's something bigger and better waiting for me. I'll show it to you if there is. Maybe 2-3 times in my life have I stepped in mud thick enough to just rip my shoe clean off. I guess this bog down here where the floating logs are is that kind of muck. Let's get our shoe back. My assumption on the floating logs in that giant bog there is that some really industrious people at one point a long time ago worked really hard to make some nice paths through there, nice dry bridges, and at some point Mother Nature came along and said, no, I don't think so, kids. I'm just gonna go ahead and screw this all up on you. And that's pretty much what it looks like and what it feels like, and it is really just a labyrinth, and just do your best, pick a line. I guess the worst case scenario is you get really wet and muddy, possibly lose a shoe. But we're through it, and yeah, not too bad for it either. Hey, Vermont, if you're missing your sweatshirt, I found it halfway up Marcy. I'm not bringing it to you. Yeah, come get it. All right, so this is Lake Tier of the Clouds, and it is the northernmost point of the Hudson River. So basically, you're looking at the beginning of the Hudson River. So don't fact check me. because it would be embarrassing to find out I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure I'm right on that one. And anyways, this is also the junction to Gray Mountain. Goes up that way, herd path. So basically, I'm gonna chill, rehydrate, get some water, take care of Gray, see how I feel, and go from there. Alrighty. Alright, really not much to say at this point. Just starting my climb to Marcy. Sign said 0.9 miles, so roughly a mile. 12:09. See if I can be there by, 1:09 would be great. 1:30 would be acceptable. We'll see. But I don't know how much there's going to be to talk about for the next hour, because it's just climbing up this giant freaking hill. See you at the top. So much more to go, but we can see it. So for anybody who's stuck around this long, it is 3:44. So just shy of 10 hours to get it done. And because I did get it done so quickly, I don't think I'm camping tonight. I can be out of here in a few minutes, on the road, sleep in my own bed, eat a hot meal. It's not even a thought at this point. So it's a great hike. Did everything I wanted, and I'm getting out early. So it's a beautiful thing. All right, I will catch you humans later.